Hello, it's me again. Uh, I haven't done any work on this 210-10-2 for a bit. I've been busy working on my own automobile. So anyway, I finally got around to adding some details and kind of getting a tender that is supposed to be there, and I lettered it. And I'm just going to show you some updates. I added some piping and handrails and a few other things, some lettering, number 807. I'll get a little closer in a second. The only reason why I'm filming here is so you can see the drivers, which would be the left side of the locomotive, fireman side. I added some brass valves and a whistle and whatnot. You can see some of the piping going down the side of it. I added all that by using wire. 30 gauge, very thin wire. I'll get it closer and then I'll show you what I did. Yeah, hold on. I'll even take it off the track. Let's just get it a little closer. Yeah. Low speed's pretty good. I still have a wheel tap lifting up and down, tapping the track. Because it's got such long wheelbase, it does chug a little bit in the corner at very low speed. I'm really not worried about that. Let's try to get here. Let's just move it forward here. I still have to add some lights. Eventually I'll get to that. So I added some gold lettering, 807. Did the same back here. And on the tender. Still needs a reverse light. I added some hatches, roof hatches there. Some valves. That's a diode painted gold. Looked like a whistle. I put the handrails on there. This is actually welding wire. That's in the Vivarossi little pieces that you put into the shell. It actually fits in there. This stuff here is regular wire that's glued in place. As you can see, it looks like there's little, what's the word I want to be using? It looks like there's like, is this wire? I can't even remember. Can't remember what I used, but I used little tiny shrink wrap to look like buckles to hold them down. I think that's regular wire, I can't remember. But anyway, it was very carefully glued in place on the shell. This is also regular black coated wire. Same with all this stuff. This is solid copper wire that's been painted right here to look like the piping going down the back of the locomotive. I'll get to the back here. So I added all this stuff here. The other side looks pretty much the same, except it doesn't have all this tubing. It's got different stuff. As you know, there's dyno in the front. I still have to make the number plate that goes in the front. I am going to put some lights in here, red and green. Red for reverse and green forward for the classification lights. And I added a little piece that's underneath here that keeps the trucks, front and rear trucks together, kind of like the big boys have. So that's basically it. Like I said, I got a tapping problem. One of the wheels is coming up off the track, tapping. It doesn't bother me too much. These rear wheels on each truck, you hear that? There really should be a spring in there to keep it down. So we'll probably put a spring in there. I had a couple. I left them in my pants pocket, and they went through the wash. So now I got to find some brass springs. But that's pretty much it. Race it around the track a little bit. You'll hear it tapping. The slow speed is good. I have to move the wiring in the wiring is rested on the front drive shaft, so sometimes when it goes to a corner, the rubber wire gets caught on the drive shaft and causes it to chug a little bit. I didn't notice that until I put it back together this afternoon, or this morning, and I haven't gotten around with poking in there with a screwdriver to move it. But I'll show you what the other side looks like. I'll just put it down on the track here. Okay, so that's the other side with the fake piping, or whatever you want to call it. Added here, and then all this stuff. I don't even know what that's for. Number 807 on the sand dome. A little piece of gold, just to look like a bill plate. Doesn't say anything on it. Even if it did, you wouldn't be able to read it. So that's pretty much it. I made some handrails for the back. And that's it. Now, just a little update on my my 9000, my 212-2. I haven't really done anything with this lately. I'm still waiting. Well, I just actually received it. A tender for this thing. I'm gonna pause this camera and set this up on the track, and I'll be back in 2 seconds.